Welcome to the very first edition of the ARC Extravaganza. I want to have some fun today. Have some fun with me today. And welcome to the D. Louie's book series. I'm Christina KSTINA. This is where we read books, talk about books, no special effects, no theme music, no fancy stuff going on here. So I've been looking for some new books to read, and I found this ARC page on Facebook, Advanced Readers Copies, and they used to show up every once in a while. They'd show up in thrift stores and stuff like that. We'd see them, but I've never actually received one from anybody. So I asked for these mysteries, and some people gave me some stuff, and it was just cracking me up. It's like, I gotta share this with P. So I've decided, this is Lady MJ. She does fiction, friends, and fun. And a long time ago, a couple years now, I think, she has this little thing she does supporting small YouTubers. Now, I have this fantasy. I know it's false. I know it's 100% false. Of doing a book review and the book soaring to #1. I know it's false, but live with it for a minute. Also, a small disclaimer: I myself have published 40 books, and they have sold pretty well. Well, I mean, for my little circle, they've sold pretty well. However, they were not for my imagination. They weren't like these people. They weren't creative. I compiled and transcribed genealogical records and got carpal tunnel really, 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 really bad. But anyways, these people have created their stories. Some of these books are out. Some of these books are coming out. And you won't see it for a couple of you will see this in a month or so. But I did a review for a book the other day for an author who has I started the series because there was like 15 or 16 books in the series, and it's still ongoing. Plus, I like her other series. She's probably published 60 or 70 books over the last 20-something years. So this was a new series of hers that I hadn't tried before. And I had so much fun itching and bitching. I did. My best friend says my best videos are when I'm itching and bitching. So anyways, it was a good story. It had every single thing I wanted in a cozy mystery. I couldn't get past the librarian and the ballerina. I just couldn't. And I don't know what the term is for male ballet person. But it was a librarian and a ballerina in West Virginia. I couldn't get past it. I just couldn't. It's a good story. It had all my elements in it. But anyways, so I just went through the page, and I'm gonna do this. I've decided we'll see how well it's received, but I'm figuring a couple times a month maybe. Because Sundays are still filled with unboxing. And if you haven't watched the unboxing, go watch the unboxing. You know, everybody else on YouTube, they get boxes. They know what's in it. Or someone sent them something from their wish list. So again, they know what's in it. And a lot of the authors will do unboxing to reveal their new book cover to their peoples. I do not know what's in these boxes when they arrive on Sundays, on Fridays, but the video airs Sunday. But it's my Christmas. It's my Christmas every week. I get this delivery of 20-something boxes, and we go through them, and it's such a surprise opening up. I don't know what's going to be in them. I don't want these books. These are not something I want. And we go through them, we divide them up. Alright, this much goes to the kids' charity, this one goes to the church, this one goes to this charity, this one goes to this charity. We split them up, and the books are gone by Sunday. 72-hour turnaround time. So anyways, these are books, and picture, Chrissy, picture! Hey, Selena, I want to, oh, forget it, I'll talk to you later. I was gonna have Selena come on live, but I want to be able to put the pictures up, and I can't put the pictures up when I'm recording live. I just don't have that talent or that software. So, alright, so the first one is No Jurisdiction, Book 1 of the Ledger Trilogy by Mitch Raleigh. Hey, Smoke! Come over here. I need my co-host. Did you just do that? Okay, sorry. Alright. So, Chuck Norris. Okay. Yes, that's his name, and yes, he earned it. 16 years as a DIA senior intelligence officer, mapping corruption of the highest levels of power. Then his government buried the case that should have ended careers. Clean record, quiet exit. 11 days later, a non-human administrator conscripted him into an interstellar justice system he didn't know existed and dropped him on Keith Station, a mid-rim trading hub 40 light years from Earth, where 60 years of labor fraud has buried a community, and an administrator with 300 years of practice has never once been held accountable. Norris has seen the architecture before. Different galaxy, different species in chairs. Same gap between the presented version and the actual one. He knows how to close that gap. He's done it before. This time, nobody is going to bury it. Okay. Book 2. From Valhalla. N. Von Wolf. Vampires weren't just real, they were kings. The Ragnolfs, once Viking lords, now vampire nobility, rule with blood and conquest to set their fortress as a Oscurelle. Elsie von Albrecht knows her to serve, but Eric the Warlord and Magnus, his shadow, sinful brother, want more than her obedience, they want her. Bound to one, tempted by another, Elsie is caught in a sensual battle between dominance and desire. Okay. I don't want to read. I don't want anybody to be bounded to anybody. I know that's the plot line. I know. Don't hate me for this. Book 3. The View Between Us. Miss Bradford. When traveling photographer Brock Wilder arrives in Hemlock Grove to capture its hidden beauty, he's prepared for waterfalls, wildlife, and solitude, but not Claire Cole, the fiercely capable outdoor guide who knows every trail, every danger, and every secret tucked into the mountains. What begins as a reluctant companionship deepens into something neither of them trust, belonging, and the kind of slow burn, small town romance that feels like coming home. Aww. But Hemlock Grove has its own history, and not all of it wants to stay buried. Perfect for fans of small towns, found family, emotional chemistry, and now slow burn romance with real depth. Okay. Brock Wilder thrives on movement. The next job, the next flight, the next sunrise seen through a camera lens. When he's assigned to photograph the hidden gems of Hemlock Highlands, the quiet Appalachian town of Hemlock Grove feels like nothing more than another stop on the map until he meets Blair Cole. Is that repeated? It feels like it's repeating. I must have accidentally printed it twice. Okay. Blood slaves. In the province of Carolina, 1710, freedom seems unattainable for Willie, for his beloved Gertie, and for their unborn child. They live, suffer, and toil under their brutal master, James Big Jim Burrow, whose grand plantation was built by the blood, sweat, and tears of the enslaved. To flee this hell on earth is to be hunted and killed. Until one strange night, Willie is offered a dark coat by RAFAZI, an enigmatic slave with an irresistible and blood-chilling path to liberation. Okay. Hailing from the kingdom of Ghana, RAFAZI is the lone survivor of the RAMANGA, an African vampire tribe rendered nearly extinct by plague. RAFAZI roamed the world for centuries with undying desire to replenish the power that once defined his heritage. In Willie, RAFAZI has found his first biddable subject to be turned and to help in a hungry revolt. And Willie desires nothing more than to free his people from the malicious bondage, whatever it takes. Okay. The Flames of Darkness. A hidden power, dreaded prophecy. When Everin, Hayden, discovers she's a dragon, she immediately summoned to Dracon Academy, only to learn she's a late bloomer, unable to shapeshift and under the council's watchful eye. Her only solace is Tariel, Fenwick, a fellow late bloomer. Mocked for their struggles, they find strength in each other, and first love begins to bloom. Aww. FIREMANE. Sam Atherton was a thief by trade, but she never intended to be a pirate. Have you watched my If Then Pirates to Make You Swoon? I ran around and got all the books with naked men on them. Mo, come here. What's up with you today? Come here. Come here. No, come here. Fine, run away. Smoke. Alright. So, Sam Atherton was a thief by trade, but she never intended to be a pirate. When the boy who holds her heart is taken by a powerful ring of underground slavers known as the Lily Company, Sam will risk anything to bring him home. Her desperate search leads her to the open sea, where a brutal pirate attack leaves her captured by an infamous captain, KARZUL. To survive among his ruthless crew, Sam must prove she belongs, learning to fight, steal, and navigate the brutal life of piracy. But the greatest threat isn't the ocean, it's KENSLEY. KHARZUL's sharp-tongued second in command. He's dangerous, brilliant, and the only one who sees Sam for who she truly is. Aww. I had it go? Okay. So, I thought this was a little long. It's a 500-page book. And I said it had many plot lines. The author said it was meant for people who enjoy to read. Well, I enjoy reading. I like reading a lot. But, alright, so picture a jellyfish with all the tentacles. So it's got the it's just my opinion. I could be massively wrong, but it's just my opinion. The head of the jellyfish, and then has all these different tentacles, all these different subplots. The Pact of Stars and Stones. The synopsis is long. We'll just do some of it. Are you gonna come over here or what? Smoke. Smoke. She's this far out of reach. Smokey. She's being all cute, playing with her toy. Out of camera range, of course. Always out of camera range. Let's see. Billy Wyatt was never supposed to be a hero. Once he commanded tanks and studied history. The woman he loved was a journalist who believed you build a better world through kindness. She died saving children in a war they didn't ask for. Billy made her a promise: if the world ever gave him another chance to finish what she started, he'd take it. He never expected the chance to come in the shape of a bottle. When Billy opens the bottle, Michelle doesn't find a tyrant. He finds a tired man who gets another place at table, pours a drink, and listens. One wish. That is all Billy will ever get. He could demand youth, wealth, or world without pain. Instead, he only makes the wish to create a better world. And then he time travels to all these different places. Trying to fix you have your oval dot, but then you have all your different, because he's traveling everywhere, and you are distracting a person. You are being all cute over there. She's like, fine, I'm leaving. Smokey! Smoke! Wait a second. So he's gonna do all these. It's because that's why it's so. He does several. I guess he does several jumps. I guess. I could be wrong, but so he gets a time traveling machine meant to survive. Its wish shaped like a promise kept. Michelle lays out the price. Time still moves forward, even when you step sideways. Every act has a cost. You must try to control. The more timeline fights back, and somewhere in the dark, Musha feels the tremor. Billy could chase glory. Instead, he does what he always does best. He builds a world. From a doomed civilization, he saves a child. And then courts and battlefields, he refuses to play God or Emperor. He introduces himself as a guardian. And then it's just different stuff he does. Okay. So, I got this. This is one of the books that gave me the idea. Because I've said this to a couple people. And a couple people went, huh? This book's a trip. Alright. Alright. So. Over yonder is Miss Mary. And, over yonder is Miss Briggs. And behind me is Miss Moaning. Um, and maybe Miss Arthur. I'm not sure. I'm usually not too much of a fae person. Um, or an elf person. I'm trying to, I don't remember where else if I've experienced those characters because I usually don't read those because I get enough of that with the Queen of Air and Darkness. Uh, and by the way, there's a new Mary coming out in November, and people have itched and bitched. We'll have to put the Miss Hamilton. What? She's like, Ma, Ma. Like, yes, you come here. So people have complained that usually, what is it? Oops, sorry. Incubus was almost 1,000 page book, and that came out as one book. This new Mary book, she split into two, and each book is $30, and you've got to wait a year. So a part of me wants to wait for the second book to come out to read them together. But I know I'll break and I'll read the first one when it comes out. But a lot of people are itching and bitching and complaining that $60 is a lot for a book. Because if she's going to charge $30 for part one and $30 for part two, that's $60. Unless, of course, you wait till it shows up in the thrift store, which it will do eventually. So I haven't had too much interaction with fae, and I usually don't, or elves, or any of that kind of characters. So I'll just preface that with that. Oh, and a couple years ago, I did for Super Bowl. So I had a whim, and I did Super Bowl Sunday. Are you ready for some football? And I got out my jersey, and I did some football romances. So if you haven't seen that one, go check it out. I had some fun, but I still can't get my eyes back in my head. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't hate me. Please don't hate me. But he's an elf. And he's a football player. Don't hate me. I just can't get past it. Librarian. The ballerina. Alright, those are two separate people. This is one person. Don't hate me. Delay of the game. Half elf Dominic Grayson doesn't have an off switch. When his sister asks for help, he doesn't hesitate. The problem? Her husband, the team's starting quarterback, keeps falling apart on game day, and no one can explain why. Under a spell? Under influence? Under pressure? What? Before Dunn can start digging, a car accident leaves him with a concussion. Even with lights shining too bright and his thinking running slow, he investigates the only way he knows how. Become the job. Take the hit and keep going. What he finds isn't a slump, it's sabotage. Somebody is deliberately... Come here. Come here. Come here. Fine, go. Someone is deliberately hobbling the quarterback slowly and patiently. When they strike someone from the outside the game, Dom has to decide what he's fighting for and whether there's enough of him left to do it. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I just don't get it. I'm sorry. I might be ignorant. Yes, ma'am. You finally showed up. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't. The Lion's Muse. All Sybil wants is to fall in love like the heroines of her beloved storybooks. Can she find a hero worthy of a fairy tale at Lion's Den? Sybil loves a good story, a passionate reader. She grew up falling for heroes and wanting to like the dashing heroines in the stories her father would bring her from his travels. After his untimely death, she relied on these stories even more for solace. Now in her 20s and on her way to becoming a spinster, she knows her mother despairs of her marriage prospects, and she too fears she will never find love. She wants her future husband to be a reader, but all her mother wants is a safe home for her daughter. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. I get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. If you've seen my other videos, alright, so this is the paranormal side of town. There is a Regency side of town. I want a Duke. I want a Viscount. I want a big, macho, sexy guy, who has estates, a Duke, so I could be a Duchess and do what I want when I want, and like screw the rules. Dashing hero, Joanna Lindsay, and James Mallory. Oh, good God. James, our buckling pirate, who is actually a Viscount in disguise. The Mary Bailow's Ravencrofts, I think, or Ravenwood, and her Westcotts, and, see, who else is over there? Victoria Alexander has guys, and Candace Camp has guys, and, Stephanie Lawrence, my Sinsters. Oh, good God, my Sinsters. If you haven't seen my video, my Sinsters, watch my video, my Sinsters. And hey, I will take the Sinsters over those Bridgertons any day. Hey, the Sinster starts with a murder mystery, too. They would do so much better doing the Sinsters than the Bridgertons. They would be so much better. There's like 40 books in the Sinster books. The main character in this book is the secondary character in this book. It goes. The people stay the same in the whole series. So where was I? So she wants a library. I'm sorry. I want one of those. I liked it. All right, where was I? Enter Nelville Hyder when a chance encounter at a circulating library makes him cross paths with Miss Clifton. He is stunned. The young woman is beautiful, keen reader, and opinionating. He finds himself intrigued, especially when... Oh, excuse me a second. My allergies have hit bad. When is the last time you had one of those Hallmark movies? Or maybe there was, and I don't know about it. I'll have to ask Mr. Wagner. I miss Frisco Jones. He needs to come into General Hospital, but I've been told there's animosity between him and the producers. Whatever. I could use Frisco Jones back on GH. But anyway, he's become a Hallmark person. And he's been doing Hallmark movies all over the place. But what what when is the last time you had a young girl dreaming of her hero, the librarian. I mean, at least he'd be smart and knowledgeable. And I know tons of librarians. I do. I volunteer in a library and I live there 3 days a week. Researching for these videos. I volunteer. We sell used books, and I'm telling you, we sell them cheaper than most places in town. We sell mass markets. Normally 3 for $1. And every so many months, 6 for $1. And a couple of times a year, 10 for $1. No other place in town has our prices. And I know lots of librarians, and I know lots of cute librarians. But when's the last time you had some romance? I'm sorry. So they're just gonna spend their evenings by the fire reading books. What year is... I wish I knew what year this was. Is this supposed to be modern times or Regency times? I can't tell, but the fact that she thinks she's an old maid at 20. I gotta blow my nose again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Alright, we gotta move on. She's the... I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway, let's... Hello. Phantom of the Galleria. Oh, you know, I put out a survey a couple of months ago. YouTube never showed it to anybody. That shows you how popular I am. I read Taryn's book and I wanted to ask my if anybody would show up to do it for a live interview, if I did a live interview with Taryn. I'm telling you that, but my interview with Taryn would be more fan questions than book questions. I'm sorry. I'm a fan. I know. I bought it. I should stick it on the end of this. I should. I got a couple of good videos. I brought one of those corner brushes that you stick on stuff, to stick on corners of walls for the cats to scratch themselves with. I put it on my printer. It works. They love the printer too. Man, that printer comes in, the head goes. Anyways, I love you. Yes, you do. You're purring up a storm. You know, cats are the animals that can bitch and complain and purr at the same time. You know, a dog. Oh, 101 uses for a cat. Someone who listens. And 101 uses for a cat. Co-host for a podcast. Oh, I'm almost finished. Where was I? Oh yeah. Phantom of the Galleria. It's the summer of night. Oh, I was. All right. Sorry. Confessional. I worked in a mall. I worked in a store. And back then, we had a bridal department and a leather coat department, and we got commission. It was awesome. I could get a dress back then for $5. You can't do that now. That stuff at the clearance rack, man. I had good deals. I should have stayed there. But anyways, so Yep, I was working in the mall in '86. It's the summer of '86, and the Crestfield Galleria is the place to be. Tiffany Carter works at Tendrance, the trendiest boutique in the mall, and dreams of escaping her small town to study fashion in New York. When strange incidents begin to ripple through the Galleria after hours, her part-time job turns into a full-time nightmare. Hey, Freddie! AJ! I'm sorry. This gives me the creeps. And I guess it's supposed to. But it reminds me of Freddie and Jason. You know that, don't go in the basement! And the idiot always goes in the basement. Have you seen that stupid ass commercial? I forget what it's for. And the chainsaw massacre, and the idiots. Or we could get in the car and run away, or we could go hide in the garage behind all the chains. I'm sorry. Tiffany assumed rumors of the Phantom stalking the Galleria were just an urban legend meant to scare new employees. Now she feels it too. Someone is watching. Oh, wait a second. I gotta blow my nose again. You know another thing this reminded me of? Oh, wait a second. My legs are killing me. Ow. Another thing this reminded me of. There's a movie. There's a couple of. I was told. I looked it up, and I didn't. I should have wrote it. I wrote it down, but I don't know where I wrote it down. The babysitter's in the house, and so she keeps getting all these creepy phone calls, and she locks all the doors and the windows and everything, and it turns out the killer's in the house. This gives me creepy vibes. Does this give you creepy vibes? You know, we should talk about this at Halloween. What am I doing? Oh, Halloween. Oh, I went the bloody way. Last year I did all cozies. Cozy Mystery Halloweens. I've done a ton of those. Yes, ma'am. Cozy Mystery Halloween, Cozy Mystery Christmas, Cozy Mystery Thanksgiving, Cozy Mystery 4th of July, Cozy Mystery Mother's Day. I went Cozy Mystery Bill. So this year, I went the bloody route, and, I had one video, and I'm like, I deleted it. But anyways, but this just like, it gives me the creeps, and I guess it's supposed to. Oh, I read this book. Chrissy, go look up the picture of this book. It'll have the name on it too. The first chapter went, had me going, no way in God's green earth am I reading this book. No way. It was too real. Because of the situation, without getting too political, because of the situation in this country now. And I read this book last year. Was it last year? I forget. I did it for Halloween. Books that give me the chills. And it was this a black lady who was driving this massively expensive car. She was a district attorney or something like that. She had a really good job, really wealthy. And this hick of a sheriff pulls her over, and he thinks she stole the car or something like that, and he's got all these racist things going on in his brain. And he kind of backs off once he discovers who she is. But it has all the racist elements in it. And then the headlights on the car are real eyes. I was like, nope, that's it. That's it for me. No. Yes, I know. Don't you dare. She's got this thing. She'll pretend to wash her face. She'll go like this, and then she'll sip a pour under her collar and fling it across the room. I've caught it. I caught it once on tape. So anyways, missing girls and lost boys, a slow burn, forbidden love, I'm sorry. I'm inadequate. Dystopian romance. Women have become rare, and in Eden that makes them something to be claimed. For 5 years, girls are allowed a life that feels like their own. From 16 to 21, they are free until the system decides who they will belong to. Lee is living the last year of hers. She spent her life learning how to survive inside the rules, how to be quiet, how to be chosen, because in Eden, refusal doesn't make you brave, it makes you replaceable. But the one person who truly sees her was never meant to. He isn't approved, he isn't powerful, and his name will never appear on the Unity Index. In a city where every movement is watched, loving the wrong person isn't just forbidden, it's deadly. Okay. Laced up, gilded hearts. Ethan Sullivan is a lace designer with a remarkable talent. Okay. I get it. Trapped in a life of grueling labor and poverty. Oh. Emma Sullivan. I am sorry. I am so sorry. Emma Sullivan is a lace designer with a remarkable talent, trapped in life of grueling labor and poverty. Her art is her only escape and her only hope of saving her family from destitution. With a spirit that refuses to be broken and a mind as sharp as a needle, she navigates a world designed to keep women like her in her place. I do not know why, and I will explain this. I don't know. But there's a guy on the cover, and I'm sitting there going, a guy makes lace? I'm sorry, but that was my first, and then I had to reread that sentence. Because obviously, I read it wrong, or if I read it wrong here. I'm sorry. But so, it sounds more depressing than a romance. William Ashford is a delusion rake and heir to the very empire that holds Emma captive. Oh, so marry the guy and make changes. Only if he'll do it. If he's gonna put you in a closet, forget it. But if he's gonna allow you to do stuff, make changes, make the factory livable, doing safety measures, it might work. It doesn't say what year or what, time period. Oh, this is another one that cracked me up. Alright, I don't know why. This might not be the one, but there was. I read a thing. That a vampire owns a hotel, and he arranges the people in the hotel according to their blood type. Oh, good God. Wait a minute. I gotta do this again. Oh. So anyways, not for me. Chateau Merlot. Stefan was unaware of how valuable his blood was until Angelica asked to offer him a small fortune. In exchange, he must allow her to feed on him and live in the luxurious apartment complex, the Chateau Merlot. There he discovers that some things that money can't buy. When he attracts the attention of the brutal and conniving vampire, Stefan is forced to decide what his blood and life is worth. Time is running out because they are thirsty. Ah, I never could find that book. I saw it once. Now, this one, I might actually read. I haven't decided yet. I'm still in the middle of some other stuff. My to be read pile is like this. You might any books I read. Fangs and Fire, Lydia Blackwell. This came out a while ago, but it's a series, a little series, and I don't know. It first looked interesting. It was the most. It seemed normal. I think almost, sort of, kind of. No rules harbor city with money, blood, and sin. Blaise Cebroni built his empire on secrets, and none is darker than the hunger burning in his veins. Billionaire predator vampire. Every night he walks the edge of ruin. Mia is the FBI agent assigned to bring him down, and the first woman who's ever made him hesitate. Smart, relentless, and immune to his charm, she should be his executioner, not his temptation. He should let her go. She should put a bullet through his heart. I thought it was a stake. There's quite a few of, I know there's a couple here. I would have to go through every single one of them to find it. Well, not Anita. Well, maybe Anita. She's done it a couple of times. Going to stake the guy and falling in love with him and being the vampire hunter. But it's usually a stake. It's not a bullet. Where is it? Instead, desire turns dangerous, obsession ignites war, and the line between hunter and prey begins to blur. Betrayal cuts close, secrets have teeth. To resist him is agony, to surrender is destruction. And once Blaise sinks his fangs into Mia, he will never let her go. Okay. Well, there you got it. That's the end of our first ARC. That was fun. I had a good time. Did you? I gotta do this again. So that was issue 1. If you haven't checked out Star Trek Next Generation recaps on Friday, do that. Or Voyager recaps on Friday, do that. JD Robb spoilers, character spoils on Saturdays. If you prefer the review, go check out the review. It's in-depth, D. Louise book series. Or If Then, D. Louise book series. If you like this author, then you might like that author. There's over 100 and something of them. Vampires, werewolves, lawyers, forensics, pirates that make you swoon, naked guys on the cover. I had fun with that. Forensics, regencies, vampires, cozy mystery food, cozy mystery, Valentine's Day, cozy mystery, everything. And of course, new releases. Once a month we do new releases. And Sundays is unboxing, like I said previously. And my daily book reviews. I have read up to this point 50 plus books this year. I'm behind in my schedule. So anyways, how you doing there, Miss Smoke? You good? We're gonna need to go find Sandy. She's around here someplace. So anyways, have a good day. This was fun. I had a good time. Have a good one.